Welcome back to ScaleSpeedworks. My name's Mike. First of all, I would like to thank Paul over at Styrene Relics for hosting the Scale Build of Gentlemen. This was an absolute blast. This is definitely not my go-to build, my go-to style, but I had fun. I had a blast. This was this was so cool. So much fun. So again, a huge thank you to Paul. And for those of you who don't know Paul or you didn't follow the build, I will leave a link to his channel and his introductory video in the description below. So Paul, thank you once more. This is what I ended up with, but this is not what I started with. I started here with this kit, and I wasn't happy with it, so I almost thought about entering two kits, but I just went with this one. I couldn't get this AMT kit to do what I wanted it to do, so I packed up and moved on to this one. And this kit was a lot of fun, let me tell you. And don't get me wrong, there's advantages and disadvantages to this kit, and the same with the AMT kit. The AMT kit is not a bad kit, but it just wasn't going to work for me for this build. So I went with this one instead. And let me show you what I ended up with. All right, now I know it doesn't look like much from this side, but did a little work here to the hood. It is hinged, or was hinged. Yep, the hinges fall off. Anyway, hood fits on like that. Did a little modification there on the hood. Let's take a look at the sides here. I opened up the sides. You can still see the V8. Still see the V8 in there. Number 11, got that on the side door and on the front fender there. I forgot to put the glass in the headlights. Oh well. Also broke off one of these front bumper things. I don't know what you call those. Front bumper attachment point. That's what I'm going to call it. So we got some mesh in the sides of the engine here on both sides. And I also cut this out, put some mesh behind there. I cut the bed off. Now the bed on this truck is attached here. It was one piece. So I cut that off, moved the gas tank back here, and there is a wire right there. Got a little fuel pump there. The wire runs up to the engine. Also knocked off part of the exhaust pipe. These wheels are not from this kit. These wheels came from, if I can remember, I can't remember. Maybe the Revell Monogram 30 Ford Woody kit. That's what the wheels came from. Or the tires, at least. That one's crooked. The wheels came from, I believe they came from this kit. And I had to do a little fitting to get them to actually work with these tires. And as you can see here, they don't quite fit over the body, but that's all right. I'm still pretty happy with that. Oh, of course, I got my little filler neck for the gas tank there. The gas tank is meant to fit back here. Moved it up here. I like it. Pretty happy with that. The engine is wired. Now, again, I'll tell you, I had a bunch of setbacks with this kit. I originally wanted to put in this engine, and this is the Fire Dome engine, and this is from the AMT 1953 Ford pickup truck kit and hauler. This engine was just too big, and it wouldn't fit. And I was really, really disappointed because I really wanted to put this engine in there. I thought it would be fantastic. Didn't work. So that's all right. I'm going to move this aside. Here's what I ended up doing. Here's what I ended up doing with the bed of the truck. Got my little chains back here. Those are all glued on. I did just glue the tailgate shut. Didn't want an opening. These tires, I don't know where these tires came from. They came from somewhere. I ended up sourcing the tires, the axle, spare axle from the kit. And I believe this that I used as a trailer support, trailer hitch, trailer support, I believe that was some kind of an easel or something. I'm not quite sure where that came from. But pretty happy with how that sits, how that looks. And got an engine stand, and I got a T-Bird engine in here on the engine stand with the chains and everything. And those chains look to be a little bit long, but that's all right. I'm still pretty happy with that. This T-Bird engine, I believe, is from the AMT Ford pickup kit, the 1934 Ford pickup kit that I showed earlier. I believe that's where that engine came from. Again, happy with how this engine came out and the engine stand and everything. So I think the idea, let me get this turned around. I actually want that facing that way. I think the idea is that we went racing, maybe won a little bit of money and able to buy that engine and bring that home with us. So that's where we're at. That's what we look like. All these colors are all Rust-Oleum. I'm pretty happy with them. So I went with the Rust-Oleum Dark Taupe for the fenders. And for the body, I went with the Rust-Oleum Burgundy. Everything after it was painted was sanded down to at least 800. And then I sprayed a Rust-Oleum satin finish. Sprayed that on there and real happy with the results. So there you have it. That is my finished build for the Scale build of Gentleman. Again, a huge thank you to Paul. This was a lot of fun, and I'm glad to have participated in the inaugural Scale build of Gentleman. And again, this is a finished product despite all of the setbacks that I had, the wheels, the engine. Oh, that's the other thing with the wheels. Let me show you guys. And it might be kind of hard to pick it up here on camera, but I did put brakes back there. There you go. You can kind of see them. Got some brakes back there and up front as well. So really happy with how those came out. But despite all the issues that I had with the engines, switching from the AMT kit to this Revell kit, despite all the issues, I am super, super happy with how this came out. Once again, thanks to Paul. I appreciate it. A lot of fun, and I look forward to next year's build. And to everyone else, thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing, and I will see you on the next one.